have to move to the closing statement. So we're going to go in reverse order. And Mark Meyerowitz will be the first closing statement of 3 minutes.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay. This election really is a critical election. Every election is critical, but right now we're facing tough economic times, and we have to ask ourselves, what's the top issue? And the top issue is people's ability to stay in their homes and their ability to keep their jobs, and for businesses to make a profit in the state so that it's worthwhile to be in New Jersey. And that's what it's all about. And now we know that John Corzine has said he's going to raise another $1 billion in taxes. And if he says $1 billion, he's probably thinking 2 or 3 or 4 billion. Because of course you don't want to advertise the fact of how much you want to raise taxes. So if a vote for John Corzine for governor is a definite vote for higher taxes. There's no doubt about it. And if I were in the audience tonight, the question I would have asked, and maybe afterwards when you speak to the incumbents, will you vote to approve John Corzine's new tax increases? And that's either a yes or a no. And I wouldn't accept the waffling answer of maybe this, maybe that, we'll have to see. The state has been mismanaged. 2 years ago when I stood in the same debate running for assembly, I had printed off from the Democratic Governors Association website examples of what Democratic governors around the country, not Republicans, but Democrats around the country have been doing to protect their states. Some had reduced state spending, some had reduced taxes, some had created rainy day funds because those states recognized that the good times were not going to last forever. Now some of these states are having problems now, but New Jersey did not do that. McGreevey didn't do that, Corzine didn't do that, Cody did not do that. There was no recognition that times are good, we have to use the times to create a separate fund just in case there's emergencies. There was no foresight, and for anyone to say, trust me, we have a plan, is kind of ridiculous because there was no plan a few years ago, there is no plan now, and there won't be a plan that succeeds. To say, trust me, Obama's going to fix things, I don't think so. The stimulus plan is not working. You know, the economic stimulus plan is not working. And where is the money that he gave New Jersey? It's being used to plug the holes in the budget. So we have some very, very serious thinking to do. And while we may disagree on social issues, we may disagree on a lot of things, one thing I find when I'm campaigning when I meet a lot of Democrats, I mean more Democrats than Republicans in the district, but everybody seems to agree that we have to have a safe, stable financial system in New Jersey, otherwise nothing good can happen. So I hope you vote for Barry and me because what we're working for is a good financial AAA rated New Jersey like it was when I was growing up.
Thank you. Now, Mr.
Thank you all. To me, this election is really not about me. It's about in the beginning of Common Sense, Thomas Paine wrote, a long habit of not thinking the thing wrong gives it a superficial appearance of being right. Of course, he was talking about in the context of a monarchy, which was under a king. And said, well, you can't change that. It's the way we've always done it. A few brave people said, you know what? It's not right. We should do something different, something better. And this is what we have. This great system, actually, I'm going to steal a line from Mila Jasey. We had one forum in front of us, some business owners, and she commented what a great country it is that we have, that we can engage in a spirited debate like this, whether on different sides of the aisle. It is one of the things that makes this country great. But we need to go a little beyond it. It's not just having a spirited debate. We all, I think, need to rise up. We know that what's wrong with this system. You know it. We are in this cycle, this culture of corruption. I'm not saying that these guys are individually corrupt. I'm not saying that, but in this system, this conflict of interest system that makes a divide between us and them. So when I say this election is about you, it's about you. Are you going to take your government back? Are you going to trust two people who are not part of this conflict of interest game, who can hopefully then deliver the goods that you all rightly deserve, that we all need? While we do talk about how the troubles we have, I'm hopeful. I really am. As I go out, and whether it's in Newark or Orange or other places, I'm seeing citizen activism, a realization that we all can be part of the solution. And it is what makes this country great, and I think that could really help make a difference. Ultimately, I think all of our assembly representatives really should be, I'd like to kick them all back to the private sector so they can see how difficult they made it for the rest of us. Thank you all for coming. Thank you for caring about what we're doing here.